suspects. Now, let me explain what we've heard tonight. We were actually out in Sherman Oaks with an LAPD unit doing a DUI checkpoint when all of a sudden all their radios went off about a suspect armed with a machete attacking people at a residence out here. Now, shortly after that, we heard a radio call about shots fired and that an officer needs help. That's when we were dispatched out here to the scene to come check it out. When we got here, we talked to some neighbors where this home was. They explained that they believe this was a domestic violence incident. Apparently at 10 o'clock this morning, there was some screaming heard at that house. Cops were called out. Nothing really happened. And then that neighbor told us again tonight there was more screaming, more chaos. Apparently there were some kids in the house. Somebody had a weapon in there. LAPD not confirming that it was a machete. They're saying it was a long metal object. That part is kind of unclear, but that same neighbor was telling us that after this call, after this attack, apparently she saw numerous people being piled into one single ambulance. Our helicopter pilot, Kevin Takumi, was hearing radio traffic from the ground that victims were also being piled into an ambulance. So it appears there were some other injuries, but LAPD has not given a formal update on that yet. Take a listen to what that resident had to say to us earlier tonight.
Just chaos, madness, a lot of screaming, you know, to children crying for sure. That was the sound that caught my attention, was babies crying and, you know, people yelling at each other. Other cops were showing up as I was on the phone, and I believe that it got violent this time, which to me is just a shame, because this morning when the cops came, maybe they should have separated this family, you know, and it's just a heartbreak that it had to lead to this.
About 8 cop cars. As soon as they turned the corner, yeah, it was pop, 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 you know, about 5 shots, and then, you know, it was all over from there.
So I want to divide what we do know and what we honestly don't know at the moment. We do know that police are confirming they did shoot an armed suspect out here tonight. We heard over the radio that it might have been a machete, but that's unclear at this point. Police just confirming that person was armed. It's unclear if that suspect is dead or alive. We were just told he was taken to a hospital, have not gotten an update on his status yet. As for any other injuries, we heard from that witness that other people were put into an ambulance, but LAPD has not confirmed any other injuries yet except one man. We don't want to speculate. We're going to hold off on that information based off what we've heard. But again, all we can confirm is a man was shot here tonight by LAPD, and we're waiting for a public information officer to give an update. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.